What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Teabagger Gibbon here, and I'm going to apologise because the upload schedule for this hard raid sort of statistical run is sort of slightly backwards. So this is actual Crota's end on hard. What we're basically doing here is obviously the beginning section where you set it all off and get everything going. The main aim of the game here is to try and get the knights, the two knights that are on each side, so on the left hand side and on the right hand side, down as low as possible. And then what you want is people with supers to take the knights down to generate as many orbs as possible. It just helps with your supers later on, or just for regenning health and things like that. If you've got the Red Death obviously fully upcharged, that'll bring down health quite dramatically as well. Sorry, that'll regen your health quite a lot as well if you've got it fully upgraded. But yeah, the main aim of the game here is just to try and bring everything down. There's obviously quite a few strategies for this in terms of how you can do it. For me, the one that seems to work best or seems to work easiest is the one that we actually do on here, which is the centre, where you stand in front of the window. I will say on this, we did practically get Crota killed on this, but for whatever reason he glitched out right at the end, just as he literally had no health and took everything down. But I do go to, we'll cut to another scene where we've actually completed it, and I get all the certain elements that I wanted to get. So the glue armor and armor shader and all that kind of stuff, just to prove that we did actually do it on hard. But I unfortunately didn't record it, so this was the best example. So yeah, at the moment here, we've got everything down. We're ready to go. We're ready to go to the middle. The important thing here is you need to make sure that you take care of the boomers. On the right hand side, there's two ways that you can do it. You can go and jump behind the boomer tower and fire or stab at the wall, and that'll make them pay attention to you. Or you can do the job which I was doing, which I'll show you here, which is basically just firing the odd shot off onto them every now and then, just to make sure that they're concentrating on me and not the sword bearer when the sword bearer goes across to the right. So yeah, just carrying on as it is here. Just kind of keep everything going. Want to make sure that you've got a sword bearer, obviously that's a hunter, obviously that's carrying blade dancer, so they can get up on the side, go invisible. What you want to do is pick the sword up when the sword bearer is down, go invisible like you can see here, run up with the sword. Immediately the guys start taking Crota down, and then you can probably, if you've got a really good sword bearer like we did on this one, you can slap him a good few times, and you can get 2 hits with a single sword on each one. Need to be a level 32 hunter, there's no two ways about it. You can't be a 31, you won't deal enough damage. It was funny because when we did the swords and everything, we got the guy around, as you see here, Crota was coming, so we're going back to the middle. We actually turned around and say to him, oh, that seemed like it was quite good, how many did you manage to get? This dude got 9 hits. And I am not bullshitting, got 9 hits on Crota with one sword. And that's with obviously hitting it. So as I said, you go invisible, you jump up, hit Crota as many times as you can. As he starts to come up, drop the sword, melee him, and you need to make sure you've got the perk on there that makes you go invisible. You melee him, you go invisible, you pick the sword back up again, you tell your team to start firing again straight away. Obviously you're still invisible, so Crota can't see you, so you can literally just stand right next to him. You then fire as many rockets as you can, back at Crota, get him down. As soon as he goes down, you hit him again, and then you drop the sword and move away. This bit, after you've done that bit, you then want to come back to the middle, as we are here, and just kind of hide in here until Crota actually disappears off round the corner, back to where he came from. Big shout out to Thunder as well, because he put up the strategy with regards to the the Titan bubble titties, which is, as I'm running past here on the left hand side, if you have 2 Titans they can throw bubbles up on the left hand side to distract, and you can basically do it from the left hand side, but we like this strategy from the middle. So again, it's more kind of rinse and repeat. I'm here shooting at the boomers, making sure that they're focusing on me. Be careful, because if you kill too many, a wizard will come out, but it's just making sure that they're focusing on me so the sword bearer can go down and get the sword. He's going to do it again here, as you can just see on the screen. He'll go invisible, he'll shout, go now. As soon as he says go now, he jumps up to Crota, we start firing at him, take Crota down, and as Crota's going down, start hitting him, because he will start losing power. So yeah, he did it the first time, and then goes invisible, we take him down again. You see he stood literally underneath Crota, smacking him again with the sword. And now the next part of this, just after he's gone there, is we now need to get to the boomer room. So we do it this way, which is where we run effectively. I completely did this jump wrong. So you run effectively like I am here, and you go to this room down here, which is where the first ogre will come out. It'll spawn out on the right hand side. So the aim here is pretty much like at the start. You try and get up on the shelves, I say the shelves, the ledges, sorry, and just wait literally for the ogre to come out. And again, if anybody's got the super up, get the ogre down as low as health as possible to spawn in some orbs, as we did here. We've got the ogre there, and everybody's just pounding him. He lasted literally about 2 seconds, so that was good going. And then you just need to wait for the next ogre to come across. We nicknamed them Shrek and Fiona for obvious reasons. I'm there with my golden gun, doing a bit of jump shooting. Ridiculously, I don't know why, because if one shot off of that and it would have killed me, because I was still level 31 at this time. My hunter is now 32, which I'm really chuffed about. I've been grinding that for ages to try and get all the gear necessary to do it. I take the hunter down with my icebreaker. Now, you then run again to the left, back up the stairs. You want to try and avoid any cursed thrall that are there. Jump over them and get back into the middle, just like you're about to see here. So you got some hunters that go invisible. Me, I forgot to do that. I did have my blade dancer on here, so it was a bit difficult for me to do it. But luckily, these guys have pretty much cleared everything up. I managed to get over. Just ignore the boomers as well, by the way, as you're going past at that point, because there will be some up there. So it's just a case of ignoring them as best you can. Pick off any thrall that come in and any cursed thrall that come in, just to take that down. And then it's a case of, again, rinse and repeat. You go back to the middle, as we are here. Crota's in the middle. And what we're waiting for here is to go back out round to the left again as we did before. I'm going to change weapons over now. I can't remember what I changed to. What was the point? Oh, heavy ammo synthesis. Just for my rocket launcher if needs be, because we were getting ready to take Crota down at this point, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So it's just a case of just waiting for us to be able to do that. As you see here, Crota's come across to the right, so we're just waiting for him to come around. His health is pretty low at this point, so we can kind of get it in the next couple of swords. So yeah, just waiting for Crota to run back round to the right hand side. And also as well, what we found out, if you actually stand at the middle window and jump up and down and shoot, or just stab at the window, the sword bearer should come somewhere around the middle section. But obviously be mindful of the fact that there are gatekeepers floating around. Normally the gatekeepers spawn above you on the ledges above, but sometimes they can just kind of appear. Obviously they did the glitch. As you can see there, we've only done 2 swords on him, and he's literally down. They did the glitch, so you couldn't go down to the centre anymore. There is a gatekeeper in there, so if you're standing there, you will get stabbed. So we are massively just wanting to hurry up and come back to the middle section. You'll see here in a second how messed up this is, because we do get him down, but for whatever reason, he decides, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wipe out the guy that you've got. And just glitch out. We did find that all the raids have been quite glitchy this week. So yeah. Also as well, you don't want to wait until the sword bearer's down for the hunter to go down and get him. He wants to be going down when he's got about a quarter of the health left, so he gets as much time with the sword as possible. So again, he's taking him out here. He will go enraged at this point. I'm just trying to protect Shortbread. So we're taking him down. Smacking 7 bells of crap out of him. He's now gone enraged, and it's just a case of shooting with everything that you've got, which is what we did. Massively shooting him, and bang. He had no health left, as you can see on there, and for whatever reason, he managed to take everybody out. So, just to prove to you that we did actually do it on hard, I'll flip to next cutscene, and this is where we had actually done it. I just wanted to show you so you can see there, that's the red death that I got out of it. Also as well, wait till the end of a raid, don't just go back to orbit, because you will sometimes get additional drops. So this is me just messing around, just trying to see what I've got. So you can see I've got the what's that called? The helmet, I can't remember what it's called. Unlying cask, and also the radiant dance machines. I've now got both of them fully upgraded, so I am now a 32. I also last night, while I was doing the raid on hard, got the actual raid boots. So I am going to do those up as well, just so I can use the polypage helmet, because that gives me 4 shots with my super, which is quite cool. I'll just show you my guns in a second as well, just to show you just what weapons I've got. I've done well out of the raids over the past few days. I've got the Light of the Abyss, I've got an Atheon's Epilogue. So yeah, there you go, there's a red death that I managed to get out of the raid. Atheon's Epilogue that I've gotten as well. I've now got the Light of the Abyss pulse rifle. I've gotten the shotgun out of the raid. I've gotten the pulse rifle out of the raid. So yeah, I've actually done quite well. I've got plan C from doing vaulted glass. So yeah, so that's it. I hope this strategy works for you. It does work. It is really easy. Thanks for stopping by. Cheers.
Stay cool.